The people shipping the most are doing the least. A clear example, look at Alex Hermosi, look at Gary Vee, look at Cody Sanchez. These people and their teams clearly understand the importance of short form clip distribution. Not just because of virality, but because of impact, expanding your message, and getting more people through your funnel. In this video, I'm gonna go over this clip machine system that I put together with Claude Code that fully automates the process from turning a long form video source into short form clips, getting those clips fully edited and also posted across all of your social platforms, all handled by Claude Code. This process was not available before. This required to have multiple people on your team to do this for you, but now it is all possible with AI and agentic automation. And this is the exact same system I've been using for my main YouTube channel to distribute clips across all my platforms, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and other platforms, allowing me to get thousands of views across all my channels, getting all my clips properly reframed, as you can see here, fully edited, caption added, and posted automatically for me. I don't have to do anything. My agent takes total control over this workflow. Now, this long form to short form workflow consists of 6 phases that I'm gonna go over with you throughout the video so you don't have to worry. And also, I'm going to give you clarity on how you can get access to our main content production engine that has this clip machine system inside with Claude Code. And this video will help you get clear on how you can get this set up for yourself and get it up and running tailored for you. Let's go. What's up, elegant people? Welcome back to another video. If you guys don't know me yet, my name is Enrique. And for the last 2 years, I have been spending all of my time working with agentic tools, AI automations, mainly to help businesses make more money and save time in the area of marketing and sales, okay? And also me and my team building together this amazing community with more than 2.3K members with the main goal of bringing the most passionate, interesting geniuses and cool people who want to build cool stuff with AI, including placing AI inside businesses with the main focus of autonomous operations and letting your agents take control and help you with your business departments. And just to give you clarity, the clip machine system is inside the content production engine that is also inside the marketing department, just so you know, and that's how we have it established. All right, people, so here we have this beautiful diagram that displays how the clip machine system works, okay? As you can see here, we have all the phases our agent follows inside the workflow. And yeah, so like I said, this is the workflow that I have been using and I built and put together 3 months ago to solve the main problem that, well, mainly I don't want to pay for other expensive subscriptions. I want to use the subscriptions that are the most valuable to me right now. That is just Claude Code, honestly. And as you probably know, I have been working with agents, automations, and everything. And I was like, okay, let's build something cool with it and let's automate all of this process, all of this workflow that is part of my marketing actions inside my business. So every time I post a long form video, this clip machine workflow has been extremely helpful. You can't understand. And this can be extremely helpful for you if you are an entrepreneur, business owner, creator who wants to automate their whole distribution with AI agents. Like, I mean, this workflow, yes, is long form to short form, but this process of editing, posting can be used for any other action that you're taking out there when it comes down into distributing content. All right, so phase number 1, video ingestion. Here's where we are going to ingest the video that we want to extract clips from, so they can get posted. The agent basically follows the skill video download. He's gonna basically pull your source video. Well, you can upload the video, reference the video from your computer or YouTube or any other YouTube DLP supported site. social media. Okay. And then what he's gonna do next is he's basically gonna move that video into the extraction of the transcript. Okay. And this is where he is going to extract the world level timestamps that drive caption sync and clip selection. So he's going to basically use Assembly Universal 3 Pro, this incredible tool that I'm using for all of my developments with agents when it comes down into getting my agent to extract transcripts from the video, because it has the highest accuracy word rate out of all of the other tools in the market. That's why I'm using it currently. And it is very important for the reason that it is very important because all of these steps inside the workflow require them. Clip selection, editing, being able to place the proper editing based on when the phrase started on the video and when it ended. That's why the world level timestamp accuracy needs to be high. That's why I stopped using open source models for that. Then we go into clip selection. This is where the AI scores the best moments across 5 categories. So we have a framework where he's following the scoring of hook strength, story arc, insight density, quotability, and pacing. He's going to follow this framework to select the best desired clips out of the video. It can be 5, 10, 20 clips, depending on the duration of the video and how long you want them to be. Okay. Then we have this review gate that it is intentional in the case you want to review the selected clips and approve them and move on. Or you can also just tell the agent to turn off this review gate. And then what the agent is going to do after you approve the selected clips, he's going to basically reframe them. Your agent is going to analyze the video you ingested, and he's going to analyze it in 2 ways. He's going to figure it out what format is the video coming from, and also what type of video it is. Is it a podcast? Is it a talking head video? Is it the videos like the ones I do, share screen and bottom right my face? He's gonna do all of that for you. That's why the clip machine that's where the clip machine system stands out the most, because we're using Claude, right? By the way, incredible benchmarks when it comes down into visual reasoning. It increased like 10% from the last model, Opus 4.6. So this system got 10% better when it comes down into this specific skill here. What I was going to say is the agent is going to basically go over a process for reframing, right? And finding the best layout. And this is where it gets interesting. The collective, the people who have been using this system have given a lot of feedback, a lot of resources, and a lot of time to develop this process here, this skill, even better, adding multiple different layouts according to the main source video type. And that's super cool. That's super incredible. So we can get out the best possible looking clips from this step here. And then we move on into editing. This is where the agent is going to basically spin up sub agent processes for each of the clips he reframed and get all those sub agents to work and edit those clips accordingly to the Hyperframes editing skill that we have inside the system. This is where we are using Hyperframes. Hyperframes is one of my favorite tools now. Is basically a framework that allows your agents to edit videos, create videos without any constraint like we had with Remotion, that the agents were just able to use one coding language, that it was React. Now with Hyperframes, if something can be turned into an HTML page with motion, and movement can be turned into a video. There's not a lot of constraints on the side of what your agent is actually capable of. We're letting the agent experience himself out and not be constrained. By the way, I did actually build this type of framework myself, trying to solve this problem, but I wasn't fast enough to ship it and share it to the public. They won the race here. But still, I'm really grateful that they are putting this together to the public for free. There's a lot of contributors right now in this project. There's a lot of update fixes and things that are actually getting improved without me touching anything. So that's why I'm using Hyperframes. And thank you, HeyGen team, by the way. Cool. So, like I was going to say here, Hyperframes allows us to create compositions with HTML, CSS, and SAP. So this is the step where the agents are adding the captions to the clip, pop-up concept overlays, B-rolls, sound effects, background music, and all of that stuff. Okay. Continuing, when all of the sub agents are done with editing all of the clips, the agent is going to pull those clips. The main agent is going to pull those clips and show them to us with this review gate option that we have here. Remember, this gate is optional. You can remove it. It's up to you. Okay. So once we approve all of the clips saying that these are ready to distribute to YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other platforms, we're going to use our favorite social media API, Zernio. So here's where we are having the agent, we are making the agent use the short form posting skill. He's going to basically figure it out the best titles, descriptions, hashtags, optimized for each of the platforms. And the main engine that is making this possible is Zernio, the API from them. And that's where you connect all of your social platforms and get everything ready for yourself. And that's basically all. All of this process, as you already know, is agentically automated, and that's how the workflow is developed. So if you liked the entirety of the workflow, if you got any piece of knowledge value out of this, just let me know in the comments. I will appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now we're going to move into setting up this workflow for ourselves. So now we're going to move into setting up this workflow for ourselves. Let's get into it. Cool. So like I said at the very beginning of the video, this main clip machine workflow is inside the content production engine that is also inside the marketing department, where I'm constantly updating, and not only me, the whole collective, my business partner Trijan, we are putting a lot of effort and updates into all the systems so we can reach the goal to create autonomous departments for businesses running by agents. So with that being said, we have this main repo that contains the content production engine that includes 18 skills for distribution, visual creation, video pipeline, voice utility, and we have more planned out throughout the weeks that I'm going to be updating. We have 3 main tools: Hyperframes, Remotion, and Clip Extractor. And we have the newest workflow that is basically this video, the long form to clips, the clip machine workflow. Also worth saying that you can get this system set up and running for yourself in 5 minutes if you follow the Bootstrap process, your whole onboarding process that we have here. That's what I'm going to go over in this video. Now, I'm going to be leaving for free for the people who cannot afford this. I'm going to leave a document in the description displaying and showing you guys how the clip machine workflow was built, okay? And that's going to give you clarity about all of it so you can get that built with your agent. Extra effort, but it's worth it. I don't want you to get nothing out of this, okay? Just so you know. All right, people. So now we're going to go over the process of forking the content engine repo, okay? So if you have access to the school community, you will have access to the repo itself, the content engine specifically. And I'm just going to explain what is a fork. This is an action inside GitHub that allows you to create your own copy of someone else's GitHub repo. Okay? So for example, if this repo was created by me, I can fork it one time and I can get my own copy of the repo for myself. So anytime I want to sync and pull updates, I can do that properly. Okay? How to fork? Well, you need to go into the repo itself, click fork, this little icon here, as you can see here, and then you will be able to get your own copy of the main content production system. So what you get here is what you get doing this is every update we shipped lands in your fork the moment you sync. Okay, so imagine this is your fork, and every time we ship a new skill, anytime we create a new end-to-end pipeline workflow like the one I'm going to be sharing in this video, any improvements that we keep adding on the existing skills, existing tools, existing workflows, any bug fixes that we currently have in the moment, you can sync it, and yeah, you have total control of your system. Okay, so you can edit it however you want, customize it however you want, and rebuild it in a cool way. You can ship updates, you can ship new workflows, you can ship new skills like the other people in the collective are doing. So that's super cool. All right, so now let's get this system set up properly with Claude Code. Let's get into it. All right, so the developer platform that I'm going to be using in this video is going to be VS Code. This is where I'm going to have Claude Code interact with my project. You can use VS Code. If you don't have VS Code, download it on your computer for Windows or Mac, or you can use Claude Code desktop app. That works too. I prefer VS Code because I already have some projects hosted there and I can get the setup faster. All right, so navigate into your VS Code app and then you're going to head into extensions. You're going to open the Claude Code for VS Code extension. Just type it out here. Make sure you install that. Make sure you set up allow bypass permissions, and you're all set. You will see this little icon on the top right. This is the GUI interface, and just make sure you have your Anthropic account connected here. All right, at this point here, what you need to do, very simple, you need to reference your clone URL from your own copy of the content production engine. And you need to tell Claude, hey, can you open this repo for me on another project? And then just say, hey, can you call this content dash production dash engine? That's it. He's gonna do all of this for you, and he's gonna open the repo and the project for yourself. And as you can see here, I'm inside the actual content production engine project. And if we take a look here at workflows, we have the long form to clips workflow. Beautiful. We have all the proper tools. We have all the proper skills, as you can see here. And we also dedicated a UI for this specific workflow. And we're going to keep adding more workflows. And I'm going to share that with you. Okay. So what I just said to Claude, I opened another session with him inside this main project. I just said, hey, can you guide me through this entire setup process, please? Thank you. And what he's walking me through is the main Bootstrap process. So he needs to basically install all of the dependencies, right? Then he needs to do all of these steps to move forward. So that's what I'm going to let him do and get myself ready with. As you can see here, we need to create the environmental file. The reason we are just keeping just as a single environmental file and we're not extending to a more sophisticated process for security. This is a system that you can clone for yourself. That's the intention, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna tell Claude to do is do the npm install, do the workflow UI install, and then he's gonna create this environmental file, and then I need to add all my proper tool API keys that I have inside the workflows and inside the entire system itself. And then we're going to pick a door. So this is basically just running Claude into the stress testing flow. And that's all we need to do. Let's get started. So I just said to Claude, hey Claude, yeah, do the whole npm install, all the dependencies, do all of that for me, please. Thank you. And we can see here that he completed the whole setup, installing all the dependencies, all the requirements for the tools, setting up our environmental file. So we can now go into the next step, that is basically giving our API keys. So we have three main platforms. We have assembly.ai, Zernio, and key.ai. All right, so let's start with Zernio. Zernio is the social media API that I freaking love. I started using Zernio 5 months ago, and thank God I found out they existed, because they have made my whole entire development with AI agents incredibly easy. And I'm using it for all of my developments, including Ray, my content production and manager autonoma. So yeah, Zernio is my favorite social media API. And if you are a developer, you will appreciate their whole documentation, their pricing, their product is phenomenal. And yeah, mainly it is the social media API for agents when it comes down into content production, content management, and all of that stuff. So if you want to start with Zernio, you can start for free. The cool thing is the new pricing they integrated is pay per account. So you have no plans, no tiers, no add-ons. Every feature is included. You just pay for per account. So you get all the features of scheduling, analytics, DMs, comments, ads, webhooks, all integrated. That's freaking amazing. So you can start with Zernio. If you already have Zernio, cool. What we need to do now is we need to get the API key inside Zernio. So I need to head into API keys, and I need to create a new API key. So name your API key and create one, copy the key, and bring it back into Claude, into the environmental file. As you can see here, I have my API key here alongside my Zernio profile ID. Okay, yes. So it is required to mention that you need to be able to have your own, profile inside Zernio, and you need to connect your platforms. In this case, we're going to connect Instagram, LinkedIn, Threads, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Okay. And what we're going to do now is I'm just going to copy this profile ID and I'm going to place it here, because you can see that I already have my accounts connected. All right. So what we're going to do next is we're going to head into key.ai. And this is just optional. If you want to add that right now into the system, you can do that. But this is the platform. This is the API platform that we are using for the best video, image, and music models with AI. Okay. So we have all the models that you can think of, CDance 2.0, Nano Banana Pro, GPT Image 2, and more models for music. So what you need to do is you need to put money into the account and make sure you grab your API key properly and place it inside the environmental file. Now, on the side of Assembly AI, what you need to do is you need to basically create an account with Assembly AI. You will get $50 worth of credits. You can use the free credits that you're getting initially. So what you need to do now is you need to head into API keys, copy the key, and we're going to bring it back to the environmental file. All right, so at the point you have everything filled out here, what you need to do is you need to tell Claude, hey, I'm done with all of that. Let's move forward. All right, people. So here's where I left the whole video at. And I'm coming back. As you can see here, it's dark outside now. But it's fine for the reason that I got my agents to work through the entire workflow. And as you can see here, I did executed 3 different stress testing prompts that I gave to my Claude agent. And mainly all of them were referencing a specific YouTube video, different from each other. So this one was this interview with Boris Cherny, why coding is solved and what comes next. So I did specify to my agent, hey, I want you to get 7 clips out of this video, fully edited for me, so I can get them ready to get posted on my socials, even though I'm not going to post them fully, but you get the point. The next video is just the same concept, getting clips out of the video, but this is a different type of video source. As you can see, this is Casey's YouTube channel, and this was the first video that came up on my feed. That's why I use it. And it seems like Claude also got a couple of really good clips out of this video that I'm going to show you in a bit. And the third video is just my YouTube video, my latest YouTube video, where I go over how I created this chat marketing agent, and I go over the full build, this 36-minute video. And also Claude got pretty good clips out of this video also, following the entire workflow. Okay, so before I go into each of the outputs, I just want to show you what are the steps and processes my agent follows step by step, just on this conversation here. I'm not going to show each of the conversations because that's basically the same flow he follows on each of them. But as you can see here, he starts by taking a look at the memory, and then he looks at workflows folder. He noticed that we're using the long form to clips workflow. He triggers the workflow.md, so he reads all of it, and then he starts following the process that I already covered with you on the diagram. He triggers the video download skill. He downloads the video, then he goes into transcribing with Assembly Universal 3 Pro. He runs the clip selection. In this case, it was 5 clips, and he needs to be 95% confidence that that's a really good clip that we can use. And then he goes into review gate, and then reframing. Turning the video into 9:16 format for each of the clips, and then he goes into the editing process with Hyperframes. And this is where we left this conversation at. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the outputs of this 3 stress test examples that I did, starting with this first video, that is the interview with Boris. All right, people. So the first run that we committed with Claude Code for the stress testing was this one here with the main source video of an interview with Boris, like I said. So if you want to take a look at all of the outputs that your agent is, where the agent is going to be placing the clips, the edited clips at, you need to be taking a look at the folder called output, and then inside that folder we have runs, and inside runs we have this main folder where we have all this clips stored inside the edited section. Okay, so we can see here that this is the first clip that got edited. As you can see here, we are adding captions, and we are adding some cards that are nice according to the way this is being made. I know you can't hear. I will probably download the video and share it with you, but I'm gonna keep sharing all of the clips that we got. Not all of them, but you get the concept. So we can see here that the main source video is, let me take a look. Archive, no, edited, reframe. So we can see that the raw video is this one here. And we can see that the reframe video, for example, for this one, this is the raw video, and reframe video, this is the output. Okay. And then the same for the other ones, as you can see here. Boom, boom. And then we can see that if we leave the reframed folder and we go into edited, we can see that the clips are now getting captions. We can see that it added Boris Cherny, creator of Claude Code, Anthropic, and then it added a couple of cards for the editing. And then at the end, we do have this watch the full it says watch the full Anthropic's Boris Cherny on Sequoia. Why coding is solved and what comes next, and then my handle. Obviously, you have total control of how you want the video to be edited. This is just the default template that we currently have on the system with my own branding color that is orange. But you can change your branding color. You can do whatever you want with it. You can see that the reframing process, the editing, the captions are working effectively, and they are very nice. And yeah. Now let's go into the second run. The second run was KC blog. So if we take a look at this folder, we go into clips, we go into reframed. Let's take a look at the reframe first. So we have this clip. This is the reframed video. We don't have the main source 19:16 format. That's weird. But we can see that it starts in this way, and then it goes into KC face, and then it holds that place throughout the video. That's super nice. That's super cool. That's one clip that is 43 seconds. And then we take a look at the other one. We have Casey main face showing on the screen, and then we can continue and all of that stuff. Let's take a look at the other clips. For example, this one. This is Casey and his dog. He's gonna have he's doing a great job. As you can see, face center all the time. That's nice. Let's take a look at the edited work. So we have this one here, first clip. Same type of editing as you can see as the one we saw with the Boris interview. That's all we have right now with the Hyperframes editing framework. We do also have Remotion. As you can see here, we have this folder here that has a little bit more of components and illustrations that you can use if you want to change from Hyperframes to Remotion, or you can use there's a specific skill called Remotion to Hyperframes that basically turns a Remotion composition into Hyperframes, so you can get more to play around with when it comes to editing your videos. Now let's take a look at my last iteration with Claude Code. I know I'm not showing today the actual UI that is inside this system. I will share that on another day because I think it's worth having a dedicated video into that. And yeah, I will probably share it with you guys later. But then what's next? So we have runs. This is my last iteration with Claude Code, the third one, and this was basically my YouTube video. In this specific example and prompt that I gave, I did mention that I wanted to have at the very end of the video to reference my thumbnail, my YouTube thumbnail. So the call to action is like, okay, if you want to watch the full tutorial, take a look at this video, and it shows the thumbnail. So we take a look at clips. We take a look at reframed. We can see the raw. This is the raw video. One recommendation is try to give the videos that you give for the clip extraction, try to give them without any editing, for the reason that when we are going to extract and reframe the clip, it will show the editing on top of it, and we don't want that because those videos are getting edited automatically for you. As you can see here, this is the editing that happened here. A little bit unstable just at the very beginning, so we can just tell Claude, hey, that happened. And then we're seeing captions, we're seeing the editing on top of it. So he didn't use a lot of he didn't added a lot of captions on this one at the very beginning. So that's worth noticing. Let's take a look at this one. So this is the main source video. As you can see here, I'm sharing my screen, down right, my face. Now let's take a look at the reframed version. Oh, this is reframed without editing. Oops. So let's take a look at clips, editing. Let's take a look at this one. So this is my face, down half, down like half bottom, upper half is my share screen, and then captions are getting center. That's very nice, and we can see not a lot of editing as far as like overlays and pop-ups and stuff like that. That's something that we can mention. That's something that we had with the Remotion compositions, but it's up to you. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with Hyperframes. That's why I like it. And then you can see that at the end, he did actually reference my thumbnail, saying watch the full build, and then the title of the video. I turned Claude Code into my chat marketing agent. And that was it. I think that's everything that I can basically display and share with you. from this entire video. You saw the entire system working effectively from top to bottom. Now what I can do is I can just tell Claude on this specific chat. I'm not gonna do it on every single one. Hey Claude, I want to get all of this clips posted and schedule. All right, and we can see clearly here that he went throughout this process, verifying Zernio accounts, taking a look at my API key, writing specific platform content packages for five of the each of the 5 clips for the 3 platforms, and then uploading that into Zernio and scheduling the 5 clips to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok for 5 days from now. And we can clearly see that he did all that effectively. So I'm going to take a look at Zernio dashboard just to make sure. And yep, as you can see, here are the 5 clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, scheduled for May 11th. And we have the proper, you can say, content for them, specific hashtags according to each of the platforms themselves, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And you can see all of it here. That's amazing. This can save you multiple hours throughout the month on just this single boring action of scheduling your content. All right, people. So thank you so much for staying at this point of the video. I really, really appreciate that. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you got anything out of knowledge value from this video. And let me know what type of videos you want me to make more. Related to tools, related to systems, related to, I don't know. You let me know in the comments. I'm here to listen and obviously connect together. I'm leaving my LinkedIn on the description. Connect with me. I'm going to be posting a lot of content throughout this month. Now that I have my my proper agent ready, Ray, that I'm been working for a long time and right now is being used by a couple of my clients. And also, if you see this video was posted by him. So I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna wake up fresh. And I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.